This is a video about the discussion if the Lumineth are elvish enough. Hello, this is 60 Goblins and One Brush with another Lumineth video. Today we will entertain the question of if the new Age of Sigmar Lumineth Realmlord High Elves are elvish enough. There have been some complaints on this and other channels in the comments, and I would like to address some of them while we wait. Before we look at the helmets, postures, effigies, war cows and so on question, I would first like to look upon what our elven picture actually is and whence it came. What is elvish or high elvish, as it were? The concept of elves stems originally from the Norse, Celtic and Germanic mythology, in which there were dark elves and light elves. The light elves live above the ground under the sun, and the dark elves below the ground in utter darkness. They are super intelligent artificers and not human. Of their form and appearance we know not much. From the human perspective they can be good or evil. In German mythology, for example, a nightmare is an evil elf sitting on the human sleeper's chest, pressing on him. But they are also like the devas of other cultures like India or the Americas, where there are or believed to be invisible beings guarding nature, like glades, waterfalls, mountains, forests, a certain type of plant or animal, guarding it or symbolizing it. This was taken then by Tolkien and transformed into what we all know now, elves to be in any fantasy setting. If you want to understand this, read the Silmarillion. The primordial creator in the Silmarillion first created the gods, the Vanya, and together with them it created and manifested the world. One of these first gods turned evil and always tried to foil and spoil the creation out of jealousy later. To protect the world and its creatures, the Maya were created, demigods, like Tom Bombadil or Gandalf. Also the giant eagles and the Ents are of similar ilk, only that they were created by Manwe, the king of the gods, and not by the great creator himself. They were sent to keep an eye on nature, on elves, those who moved to the east, and on the doings of evil. The Vanya and the Maya are truly immortal. Unfortunately, some of the Maya were recruited and perverted by the evil one and became beings like Sauron, or the Balrogs, or the giant spider who almost kills Frodo when he enters Mordor. Next, the first mortals were created, the elves, the Quendi. They would not die of disease or old age, but they could be killed. Simplified, those elves who were born in the land of the gods and who had seen the light of the gods were called the light elves. Those who were not born there, but in the new world in the east and who had never seen the divine light, comparatively lived in the dusk or in the dark and were thus called dark elves. Later, much later, the humans and dwarfs were created. The elves joined the Maya in protecting the world and its creatures and fought mighty battles against evil and also amongst themselves until their numbers were greatly diminished, which is the point where the Lord of the Rings starts, the novel. The skill of all elves in just about anything is far superior to any human skill, partly due to their indefinite age, of course. Another influence apart from Tolkien is, as I have mentioned before in my Warhammer books video linked below, Michael Moorcock's Elric of Melniboné novels, where he introduces the idea of elven nobles riding flying dragons to war. In this and many other stories, including Tolkien as well, there is also a strong seafarers theme for the elves, but this has already been used in Warhammer for the Idoneth Deepkin. I have made some Teclis background videos on the Warhammer world that was when Teclis was not a god yet, before the unspeakable end times, in which the high elves are the ones who remain in Ulthuan, the land of the elves, loyal to the Phoenix King, while the Dark Elves are the ones who follow Malekith into the Wild West after the civil war called the Sundering. The Wood Elves are the ones who flee into the east and abjure elven politics. But let's have a look back at the Lumineth now in Age of Sigmar. These are the haughty high elves we know from Tolkien and Moorcock. They were born in Haish, the realm of light, and taught by Teclis and Tyrion themselves, the gods of light. They are very fond of gems called ether quartz, and they are master artificers, master warriors, and master sorcerers. Just like in Tolkien's books, although magic is not such a prominent theme there actually. We have learned so far in the reveal videos that the Lumineth have a very strong bond with nature. In fact, with the whole realm of light. There are 4 subfactions named after nature phenomena, which are mountain, zenith, river and wind, which they can call upon, control and are one with. So far we have only seen the mountain subfaction, and they are hardy. They revere a yak-like mountain creature, symbolizing enlightenment and inner peace. Here Games Workshop is introducing Eastern, Asian mythology. In India, for example, the cow is a sacred animal symbolizing serenity, peace and sweetness. Further east, in Japanese and Chinese Buddhism and Taoism, especially Zen Buddhism, taming the ox stands, as I have mentioned before, for taming one's emotions and thoughts. A friend of mine actually wrote his PhD thesis on this subject. We know the Lumineth have foregone their emotions in order to be incorruptible by chaos and Slanesh. This fits quite nicely with Zen, Shaolist or Taoist philosophy. To not listen to one's desires. So I think the idea for a link there is not a bad one. We might also have an insight into the Zenith faction already without knowing, with Teclis' Sphinx Selena, who might bring us an Egyptian Arabian style, revering the blistering sun. So far so good. The mountain and ox theme has been carried to the extreme by introducing mountain spirits with cow horns and animal masks, and symbols thereof on banners and helmets. While high helmets with cow heads on top are surely impractical in combat, the idea of scary or holy animal masks is an old one. I personally like them. It is a matter of taste, of course, but I play all AOS armies and I love monstrous infantry and cavalry like Bulgors, Dragon Ogres, Trolls, or with the Stormcast Eternals, for example, the Griff Chargers, Dracoths and Dracolines. Many of you have waited more than 7 years for the new High Elves and were very happy about the new battle line troops, the Venari Wardens, Sentinels and Dawn Riders. They're almost exactly what they used to be, only with today's level of beauty and detail in modeling. Old style lovers immediately fell in love with them, but not everyone liked the idea of cow-like mountain spirits. Remember, these spirits are not supposed to be elves, but spirits of nature, like the Maya or the giant eagles or Ents of Tolkien, or the tree lords of the Sylvaneth. In fact, the Ents or the tree lords are exactly the same, only that the mountain spirits look a bit yak-like because they are mountain spirits and not tree spirits. So what's not to like? Why not? Another issue are the helmets of the Hammerers, the Stone Guard. What many fans were used to are the old Viking-like winged helmets or dragon helms. So far we have not seen a dragon theme, but there may be still one within the Wind faction, subfaction, where there was an intimation of a four-legged phoenix. In or for the Mountain faction, however, why not a Holy Xenox? We can understand the mixed feelings about these huge, high, horned helmets. I personally like them, and my Korean elf specialist likes them as well. But as I have said, it is easy to see why some would dislike them or find them unrealistic. They are unrealistic. But a warrior, consider, who is many hundreds or thousands of years old, might not mind the extra weight and encumbrance. The symbolism and that they are imbued with power might be more important. Lastly, a word about the postures. Someone even said some of the postures look a bit goofy to him. They are supposed to look aloof, superior, confident, arrogant, aristocratic even, more than fluid or angry or fighty. This is hard to achieve and to model, so I for one appreciate the attempt. Let us see what the other subfactions are like. What do you think? Please leave your comments and contemplations below. I read all comments and reply to all of them as well. Taking all this above into account, judge for yourself, are the Lumineth elvish enough? We allow ourselves the impression that they very nearly are. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, see you soon, and by the way, there will be a giveaway once this channel reaches 100 subscribers, so stay tuned.